Give us a few minutes. We want to get this started really quick. I got to go adjust some stuff here. How are you doing today, Michael?
I'm doing great. So great. So excited.
That is
goodness.
Awesome.
Great.
Yay. We're going to have a really great conversation today. I guess because Julie just had some ham milk.
Alrighty.
It's HEMP. So you look it up, ham seeds, and you make it into milk. And truly, I love it. It's really good. It's very good for you, very healthy for you.
Well, I had some really good water. H2O, look it up. And yeah, I'm loving it.
Absolutely. We're loving what we're taking right now. So ham, milk, and water. All right. Out of all the jokingly, thank you so much, everyone, for joining Michael and I. We always do our Monday conversation, and it's been a while. We've been here for a while. We've probably done over 20 of these conversations, and we wanted to thank you for coming in and joining our conversation. And thank you so much for supporting my channel as well. Today is Monday, May 8th. 2023. My name is Julie Nguyen. I am coming to you from Orange County, California. And my dear friend, Michael Williams, AIM, he is in Canada. Let's have Michael say hello to everyone. Michael?
Well, hello, everyone. I hope you're having a great Monday morning, fresh start of the work week. And we're excited.
Absolutely. For those who had joined the conversation, I call it the brain stimulation conversation yesterday with our CEO, Mr. Muffareh. We hope that you really enjoy it. And if you were not there, couldn't make it yesterday, no worries. As he said yesterday, he's really enjoyed his conversation, and he's probably going to have some more coming up. And, let's talk about our CEO, Mr. Ash Mufareh. He is the leader who cares so much for people, for the tech team, for the founder, and for humanity in general in the world. And that's what he does, is spending time, listen to other people, and actually spending time to really guiding us through this journey. Michael, it was very enjoying, very stimulating with that conversations and many conversations that we have with Mr. Muffareh. Let's talk about it really quick before we jump in our conversation today.
Sure. The world, I believe, don't have enough, great leaders, right? Yeah, we have lots of politicians, et cetera. But are there really great leaders, though? Are there really, motivating people, inspiring people to be the best version of themselves? Do they actually take real time out of their schedule, to interact with others? To see someone like Ash Mufareh, to be able to think of not just himself, not just his family, but to think of his fellow men, the fellow men, women, okay? So, you know what I mean? It's just special, Julie, For me, I've always been one to always think about others, always care for people. How can I help you? What can I do for you? How can I help you achieve what you want to achieve? And all of that stuff, right? And to see someone who's the head of a company, actually implement that. It's infused within the company itself, right? You have to have that type of trait to be a part of on passive from the corporate side of things, and so to see someone, reaching out and really care and want to make a difference in the world, truly want to make the place, the planet a better place than how he came and saw it, that is special, and my hat's off to him. We certainly thank him and appreciate him for that, because he didn't have to, do any of this, right? If people truly understand what on passive is and what on passive can do for yourself and your family, right? And not just for them, but the world at large, then people will truly appreciate the sacrifices that have been made. It's like I said, it's truly special, Julie. I think that's probably the word to use, special, because it's not the norm, right? It just isn't the norm. In this world that we're living right now, it's a me world, right? What have you done for me lately, right? People just think about themselves. And so it's refreshing, when you actually have someone at the helm, someone who's steering this whole business, to feel the way he feels, to actually invoke love within the business itself. That is something for him to be commended for. And I greatly appreciate that, Julie.
Absolutely, Michael. As we have been watching on passive as a whole, the executive leaders, our CEO, everyone's that involved in on passive, when we are showing up, we are talking about how much we how much our leaders, our CEO, the executive team, care for us as a whole, care for our life, our confidence, our joy, our safety, our skill sets. Therefore, they encouraging us to really dig deep inside to see what is the why, what is the core of us being here, rather than focusing on just the short-term, numbers. And that's the reason why our CEO, our team, really truly focusing on the development of the products that are currently doing. Yesterday, he posed two questions. The first questions, the second questions mostly. If you had a magic wand for unpassive, what would it be? And you said what you said, but I'm very sure you had more wish that could have been for the founders ourselves. As for me, Michael, if I had a magic wand that I would do, particularly, and that's probably one of the reasons why we came up with the topic today, is that if I had a magic wand, I would like to have everyone who are on passive, involved on passive, could see the vision of Mr. Mufreh as we here see, as many people that are actively sharing on passive, because we see that vision, we live that vision, and we continue to share that vision to the world. And that's what I truly wish. If we had the magic wand, we would want all the brand ambassadors, customers, and soon to become resellers to actually see that vision. What about you? What is your magic wand for just generally the people?
Well, you want people to accomplish what it is that they want to accomplish in life, right? Whatever that may be, as long as it's positive, right? As long as it is positive, as long as it will make a positive difference in their lives, as long as it will impact others around them, that's what you wish for. Because if that was to happen, Julie, certainly, the world would be a better place. It really would. A lot of the stuff, the negativity that we see, that prevails in society, it just wouldn't be, And so as we bring it, closer home to on passive, and especially all the founders, from day one, it's always been the goal, right? That has always been it. We've always searched for a way out, not just for ourselves, but for those who are coming along with us, right? When you think about it, if you just wanted to just pop up a business and start to make money right away, it's easy to do that. It is not difficult. People think making money is difficult. It really isn't. You just have to try and figure out, how can I make $1? Just $1. Don't try to think, how can I make $1 million or $1 billion or what? Just $1. Because if you can make $1, then it's just a matter of repeating that multiple times to get it to wherever that number is that you want. So it really isn't that difficult, right? So what you're trying to have, though, is something that is lasting. You're trying to have something that's going to give you the longevity that is really needed for true success. Success is not, oh, I made X amount of dollars, over 6 months or over a year. Now I have to go start again and try to figure out how to make the next, X amount of dollars, right? That isn't it. You want to be able to have something that you can lean on, something that you can depend on, something that comes what may is always there for you. That is what you want, where success, comes in, right? So with On Passive, yes, there's a lot of care that goes into it, a lot of sacrifice that goes into it, a lot of work that goes into it. Why? Right? It's simply because of the caring nature of the people that are involved. So absolutely, if I had a magic wand that I can just go poof, right? It would be for every single person that's listening to us right now, every single person that will listen to the recording, etc. Every single person that's involved would be for them to have their dream come true, for them to be able to achieve the level of success that they're looking for, provided, because it comes with the price, provided that they will use their newfound wealth to help others, Julie. You have to bring that in. It can't just be, well, yeah, I got all this for myself, thank you very much. No, right? We're not trying to do all of this for that purpose, right? It's for how can we help you take care of yourself and your family, and how can we extend that out now? Because imagine if you have 1 million people, 10 million people, 100 million people that are focused on the same thing, and that is to help the next person, right? Just imagine how that would spread, how that would go viral, and the impact it would have on this planet. That's what On Passive is about.
Absolutely, absolutely. Michael, the topic that we set up today and what we're talking right now here really lead into the question is, how On Passive will help you, help me, help the people that are listening, help the entire world. We have been talking about a lot of strong point about On Passive, what On Passive is creating, about the leadership, about the digital solution, but really truly come down to is that people who are listening right now will always ask that question, how On Passive will help them, us, you, me. And a lot of people, and we really understand as we are watching On Passive developing, we know that On Passive is the vehicles, providing the tools, the services that can help us to fulfill the purpose, not the purpose, but we really truly looking at what is our purpose being here? What makes us happy, right? Isn't that what Mr. Mufareh said? If you're not happy, we're going to repackage and we're going to redo it again, right? So the question is how On Passive will help. And I'm very sure a lot of people who have been following our conversation have been hearing about On Passive. Their question in their mind is how On Passive will help them, help us. So let's dive deep into that question, just hopefully to help people really stay clear of how On Passive can help.
Absolutely. So, we know that there are many individuals out there who have a business. Okay, they have something that they're gainfully working within, whether it's a small home-based business, whether it's a large corporation, etc. Right? So within these businesses, we know that there are tools, there are products that they use to produce whatever goods and service that they're trying to produce in order to generate sales from that, right? So it starts out with tools, Julie. It starts out with products that can help you accomplish whatever that business goal is, okay? And so if you can help these businesses, these companies, if you can help them save money, that right there is a huge benefit, right? Help them minimize their cost. If they're paying $6,000 a month for a video conference platform, as an example, well, what if they can get it for much less than that, right? So right there, you're saving them money, okay? That money that can go towards other things, other areas of development within their company, right? So you have individuals as well, individuals that use social networks, right? Social platforms. And you have those individuals who would rather have a better place to interact, to communicate, all these things. So it does apply to the individual as well. So be able to provide them with those tools that's going to make things simpler in their life. Be able to have everything under one roof, to have the security that they're looking for, right? So you have those set of people, right? You have individuals who are looking for a way out of the rat race. Maybe they don't have enough income coming in with what they're presently doing. Some people are working 2-3 jobs. Some people can't find a job, right? So you have all these different individuals around the world that have a different reason to be looking at On Passive. Some of them, it's because, yes, I have a cause. I lost a family member from, let's say, cancer as an example, right? So I'd love to be able to support, the research towards that. Maybe it's sickle cell or some other disease, some other sickness, right? Someone lost somebody because of drunk driving. You understand? So they want to put together and support programs that will help minimize those tragedies. So there's so many different things, Julie, that people have a reason to be looking at On Passive, and On Passive can help in all those ways for people. So this is why we say with the 8 billion people that's on this planet, they will have a reason to at least take a look at On Passive. It doesn't mean that they will utilize every single thing that On Passive has to offer, right? Even right now, some of our founders may not have a need for O-Connect, meaning right now they're not using any type of video conferencing, right? Doesn't mean that you cannot own the product, so therefore you can resell the product and generate an income from it, right? So there's all these different aspects, all the different reasons for people to be looking at us, and there will be a way for them to get the help that they need in whatever circumstance they find themselves.
Absolutely. It is so true that, people, when they are looking at On Passive as a whole, they know that there is something in On Passive that can help them, right? The whole entire journey of On Passive up to this point, everybody who are On Passive, everybody's looking for something to do, always focusing on, I want to make money, right? I want to generate some kind of income. But really, truly, I mean, a job, if you're holding a job right now, you do make income, but are you dragging yourself every single day to come to the job? I believe that 95% of the people that currently holding the job are not happy with what they're doing, right? So finding the purpose, what makes you happy, right? Talking about business, we don't have to make this as a business. We can make this as a passion. When you're doing something that you love, we make that as a passion. What if you have the opportunity to anonymously donate 100,000 to something that you love? That could be another way of doing your business. What if your business is bringing a smile to little children, right? That could be another way of thinking of, we don't have to do everything as in, doing business to make money, right? But what do we do that makes us happy? What do we do to actually fulfill the purpose for us being here? And so, Michael, we know that On Passive giving us the opportunity, the tools for us to do something, to share a product, to share a business in order for us to generate income. But if we share our products to an organization, an agency that doing something to help other people, right? We are doing business. We are fulfilling our purpose.
Absolutely, right? There's no doubt about that, right? So when we think about this, Julie, On Passive is the vehicle. It's the vehicle to get you to your desired destination, right? That's what it comes down to. Because yes, you could have a job, but most people's job is not doing what it is that they would like it to do for them. Okay, whether it's a sense of fulfillment, whether it's even paying the bills. People actually have jobs that don't pay the bills, Julie. At the end of the month, they need to find that credit card to supplement the income that's coming in, right? And so we know that most people are not happy, as you said, with their job. If they had a choice, they would walk away from that job if they had a choice. Most people, they don't have that choice though, right? So again, on passive gives you options, right? It gives you options. You could be someone who now becomes a philanthropist because why? You have this income coming in as a result of your on passive business that you can now use to donate as you see fit. You have this income coming in that you can use within your community to create jobs. You can now be the employer. You can now employ others so that now they can put food on their table. We know that most people at their jobs don't get paid what they're actually worth, right? Most people are underpaid, overworked, but underpaid, right? So can you imagine that you now have the ability to create jobs where you actually pay people more than what they actually deserve, right? We've seen it time and time again. There's always, different unions and so on that are picketing because of there's some sort of wage dispute, right? We're not getting paid enough, blah, 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 and so on. We look at some of our civil servants, police officers as an example, right? For some of them, the good ones, right? Some of them are putting themselves in the line of fire for little pay, right? And then you have like teachers, again, going above and beyond for little pay, right? So we will have the ability to redirect our dollars, put them in the right places, give it to the right individuals so that they can continue to help society, right? That's what it's about, right? And so on passive is that vehicle that gives you the means to be able to do all of that. So it can be as simple as that, Julie. It doesn't mean that I have this, business and there's all this work I have to do to create and do, and not at all. Because you can't automate things. And that's the beauty about on passive. Having the latest technology infused with artificial intelligence to be able to automate so that we can live a better life, have more time freedom to do the finer things in life, the things that we really care about, spending time with your loved ones. You know what I mean? Instead of working, and next thing you know, you're in the grave. What was the point of your life? If that's all you accomplished in life was I work, and then boom, I'm dead. And what was the point of you living, right? So it has to be more than that, right? It has to be more than that. And somewhere along the line, maybe the past 100 years or so, we've lost what it truly means to actually live. We've lost that. Now we're so focused on money. It's a money-driven society for all the wrong reasons. It's not like people are working, to make all this money to help people with it. No, it's all, self-motivated, right? It's all being done for their own good. One second.
Absolutely, Michael. It is so true. And let me say this. Let me ask you right here who are currently listening to this. How many of us, when we are, for example, at church or out on the street or at the supermarket or at the community meeting or even within our family, right? How many of us have ever said, I wish I had money, I would have, right? I would have helped. How many of us actually always asking, if I had money, I would love to contribute. I would love to help in this purpose, right? I was singing at church the other day, and there was a priest coming up on the podium and asking for donation for Congo, who actually, building well for the people over there, right? At that time, in my head, I start popping up so many ideas. I said, this is what I would do when I'm passive, giving me that, generating that income, giving me the tools that I can help these organizations. We now have the tools, the vehicle for us to do so. Now, ask yourself a question. What makes you happy? What pull your heartstring? What if you go out there? You know, one time when my daughter and I went to the supermarket, as we walked out to the car, there's this homeless who literally digging the trash can to find food, right? And my daughter turned to me and said, Mom, do we have anything that we can help this person, right? Unfortunately, at that time, we were heading home for her play. And I said, yes, we will, baby. We will have a chance to do that. We have the vehicles to do that. Now, if it was sometimes when you're seeing those situations, you said, I would do this. Make that as your passion. Make that as something that you want to do. And it's really easy to share this vehicle for everyone, because that is what pulling your heartstring. What makes you happy? What makes your heart fill with joy? What fulfills you? And I think that's something that I feel, Michael, in the past 4 years, while watching on Passive Developing, I built so much more of, I would do this. You know, like you find your purpose being here more clear and more defined than just said, I wish I could. I wish I would do that. Your purpose in life, your identity get more defined than just a simple saying, I wish I could. This making as if it was a dream, it's a passion for you to do it.
Absolutely. And you know, like classic example, right? Phone rings. Hey, that's my child calling. You understand? So to be able to have the flexibility, so now my wife is gone to go pick her up. Have that flexibility, Julie, where, okay, you're not confined to some job somewhere that, sorry, can't come get you. You know, we're going to be here until 5 o'clock or whatever. You understand? It makes a huge difference when you can be there for your family, especially your children, right? For those who have children. It makes a huge difference. And that's the time freedom that we're talking about, right? To be able to do things that you want to actually do. Spend time with your loved ones. You know, the amount of games that we attend, if there's a function at school, we're there. It doesn't matter when, where, how, you know, we make ourselves available, right? Because we have that time, Julie. And this is what On Passive is going to help a lot of people with, is to get them out of that rat race, get them out of whereby, oh my gosh, oh, you know, they come home and it's just time to take a shower, grab something to eat, jump in bed, you know, wake up in the morning, go through the same cycle day in, day out. Like, that's crazy. To me, that is crazy, Julie. You know, and I've seen people do it. And they're like, oh, you're so lucky. Oh, you're so this. Has nothing to do with that. It's about choices that you make, right? Because you could make proper choices to live the life that you want for yourself. Those of us who got involved in On Passive made the proper choice, because we saw the opportunity, we saw a vehicle that can help us get to our desired destination. And so we said yes, and we jumped in. And that's what's going to happen for hundreds of millions of people, Julie. When they get that opportunity to say, yes, I can come in and be a customer. These products are going to help my business. This is a vehicle that can help me financially, right? This is going to help me be able to live the life that I've been dreaming about all these years. Absolutely. They will come, Julie, and they're going to love what they're seeing and what they're experiencing. And when they see what other people have been able to accomplish because of having On Passive as their vehicle, right? It's just going to get bigger and bigger and bigger, and it's going to go viral. And this is exactly what we want. We want people to achieve, you know, what it is that they want to achieve, not what we want to achieve for them. Because